All right, the Chargers sign a beast of a defensive tackle. I don't think anybody noticed. And we're going to take a look at him right now. And it's like, okay, defensive tackle. I mean, that's something that you definitely need, right? And take a look at this. Here he is. He gets the double team. He just anchors down and splits it and gets through. Okay, I mean, okay. Love that. Able to get through. And on this next one, you'll see more of just his power and his ability to get right, just one-on-one with the center, somehow just flies back against Michigan. Jeez, that's painful. All right, and this one just shows his speed and his pursuit, kind of getting blocked, nothing there, able to get off that and get to the running back. Again, as we get into training camp, there's these position battles and this fun stuff to kind of watch, and it's what makes it fun. And when you know your team's going to be good and you want to make sure you have depth, you're like, all right, what do we have? So to see Edwards right there be an option at defensive tackle, maybe defensive end a little bit, it's like, okay, because you know you got Deshaun Hand, who came over in free agency, and that's one defensive end. Remember, you play the 3-4 a lot, so even that defensive tackle, that defensive end you could be a defensive tackle / defensive end. But here's what the media had to say about him, is that, let me go down to it. He earned all Big Ten honorable mention in 2024, 38 tackles, 2.5 sacks, had 8 tackles, 3 tackles for loss against number 1 Oregon when they played them. He's been consistent and durable, played in every game across 3 seasons with Illinois, and showed ability to impact both run and pass defense. Remember, Illinois was really good on defense, like shockingly good. And for those like 2 or 3 years with Bielema or whatever his name is, coaching them up, and it's like, oh, Illinois, like what? So keep an eye on that one. And that's something we have to watch as again, training camp opens and you want to see what do you have, what positions are we weak? Because I think we've gone through it. You got the quarterback, you've got the coach, you've got the offensive line has been shifted around, you've got weapons at receiver, you've got 2 running backs now, you've even got 3 if you count Rocket Sanders, undrafted free agent. You've got weapons on the offensive side of the ball. Defensively, secondary looks good. Linebackers look good. It's the defensive line that's been like, I don't know what we have there. And I want to see as we get into training camp fully what the Chargers have, and to know, yeah, this is going to work. Or, man, this is not what we were hoping for on the defensive line. I think that's the biggest thing. Now, one of the things we've been looking at, and this is the most exciting thing, I think, if you're a Chargers fan. I'll pull up 2 things. First of all, the schedule. You start off with fun, meaningful games here, and then we've been talking about this stretch of games between kind of week 4 to your bye week, where there's 1-2 teams that could give you trouble. Other than that, this is a winnable stretch. You can go 6-2, and this is really your season. If you're as good as you think you are going to win the division, go to the playoffs, then this is where you would have to do that against teams like New York, Miami, Indy, Tennessee, Pittsburgh, and Jacksonville. So, again, that's the best little spot to be in. Love that. And by the way, you look around the division. We keep talking about this, but, man, you look around the division. It's going to be fun. I don't think you want – of course you want, like, every team to suck in the division. You win the division. Like the AFC East there for a long time when it was Tom Brady was just dominating that. It's like, I guess. Or do you want teams that – man, the division opponent, the division games, when everything's on the line, you want to be a part of those games, and you want to go to those games and get your friends around for those. I mean, like, those are going to be awesome this year because the Raiders are the real deal. Like, they're real. They're a real team now. We know about the Chiefs and the Broncos going in year 2 with their quarterback and everything that they have. Like that let's go. That'll be fun to see, and things that you want to tune in for. Okay, something else here. Looking at the depth chart, like we said, offensively set, Mekhi Becton changes your offensive line. Just that one player. We thought they would do more on the interior offensive line. They didn't. Mekhi Becton, I love it. Defensive line, Deshaun Hand, Tart. It's like, man, I don't know. But Henley, Junior Colson, this is what the Lions have right now, is where a lot of guys are coming back from injury from a year ago. And it's like, oh, yeah. And it's just exciting to see guys like Junior Colson. Oh, yeah. Going into year 2, going to be much improved. Love it. Bud Dupree, he disappointed overall, but still a good player that you kind of forget. Oh, yeah, we got Bud Dupree. And then in the secondary, Cam Hart, Terheeb Still, 5th-round picks last year that can really be great guys if they make that second-year jump. And that's the thing we continue to talk about on this channel is you've got a bunch of guys, because we all focus on the new guys. What about Cam Hart going from year 1 to year 2? Terheeb Still, year 1 to year 2. Junior Colson. Of course, Ladd McConkey. Joe Alt. Everyone kind of agrees that, like, the biggest improvement, you kind of improve, but, like, from year 1 to 2 is the year that you start to see things. So I think that's what's exciting if you're a Chargers fan. Okay. Training camp is just a couple weeks away, and I think if you're going to be watching anything for the Chargers, it's the defense and offensive lines. I mean, I know that's such a duh answer when it comes to, like, what are you looking forward to in training camp, but pads are on. Offensive line, is it noticeably improved with Mekhi Becton? That was really the only move. Shifted some guys around. Is Joe Alt looking the part even more? Offensive line, with the pads on. Defensive line, this is the top scoring defense in the NFL last year. So you think with coaching and everything else you have, no matter what, you should be good, but it would be really helpful and go a long way if the defensive line can get pressure, all the things, right? You see it with the Eagles last year. You see it every year deep into the playoffs and into the Super Bowl. Defensive line. It just matters so much. So we'll see what happens there. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Again, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. We're Detroit Lions fans, but this channel fully dedicated to the Chargers, and we'll see all of you on the next one.